Hey guys, J19 brought you another video, and today I want to discuss Resident Evil Requiem RE9 for those of you who want to keep it numbered. Uh, I watched the whole gameplay. I was gonna react to it, but some people posted it without the commentary. I just want to stay away from copyright, and copyright claims have been hit my channel pretty hard lately, and it's rough because once I get a copyright claim, it is hard to get viewers because they somehow block for people to see it. But one video did actually pretty well. Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3. But outside of that, I'm trying to avoid the copyright claim. So that's my disclaimer for this video. That's why I'm not showing any of the new gameplay demo stuff. I just try not to get hit, you know. But I'm just gonna have the nice little gameplay trailer. They call it gameplay trailer, but it's more like just a opening story flashback for Alyssa and her daughter Grace. What happened? This is pretty sick. I love this as well. But let's get back to the demo. Let's talk about what I saw, what I love, what I hope is a little bit different. I'm excited for this game. I truly am. And at first I was like, is this really all going to be it? Is it just going to be just another Resident Evil's never been like this, where you just gotta sneak around and stuff for that, avoid the creature. It's like Alien Isolation, as far as what a lot of people have been saying. The monster itself is the stalker is very creepy. It's insane. Like the details of the creature is insane. Like she has like a bulging eye. Apparently it's blind. It doesn't see it, but it can hear you very well. And it's very tall. This thing stands about almost 10 feet tall, they said. And it crawls around like the vents and like the walls and stuff like that. You see it like if you make a noise, like you see the hand just go across like the window, and it's just like it is just stalking you. And you're trying to go around and like search for like the tools you need for the puzzle to solve. Like you gotta grab a screwdriver for this fuse box, take the fuse out, so you put it in the other fuse and open up the gate to get out of that section. While you're doing that, you're also trying to figure out ways to, where do I find the screwdriver? Where do I find this stuff to unlock this? And you gotta like slide things over and climb on top. You're making noises because things fall off the table. And Grace is like, you're in this pitch black dark. You can turn on the lights. There are a couple of rooms you can go back to, and it's a safe room, right? For if the creature doesn't like bright white light in general for some reason. We don't know why, but it doesn't like light, doesn't like the bright rooms. But man, it's dark. You can turn on and off the light switches, but apparently you don't want to turn all of them on because it can make it where it blows out the fuse or something. And like the safe rooms are not safe. If you go in there too many times, like the lights will blow out. And Grace is like freaking the hell out. She doesn't like the dark. She doesn't like this creature. She's like, what the hell is this thing? And she's very scared. In third person, you see her trying to run away. She's panicking. You can hear it in her voice. And she stumbles while she's trying to run. She's just like, she doesn't have a whole lot of blood in her system. They've been draining her in that mental bed of some sort with like the IV in her arm and like taking her blood. She's got special kind of blood of some sort. And she's special, right? They need her for something. And then she before all that, she wakes up on a gurney thing. Yeah, not mental bed, but a gurney bed. And she's upside down. You can see the sweat. The hair physics look great. It's probably the best hair physics I've seen in the Resident Evil games. And it's like RE4 remake, right? And this gives me a lot of like hype and excitement because the atmosphere, the music, like when this thing's chasing you, the noise it makes, just the lighting's incredible. There are confirmations that you do get herbs in this game. The green herb is in this game. You do get like a stim tack thing you can stab yourself with to get health. There's a few other items you get, there's some bullets you can get, but you can't use it. So apparently you do get a gun, I think probably later on after that section. But you don't get to use any weapons. The only thing you get like a broken glass bottles here and there. You can throw it to distract her. She goes off in a different direction, but it's all about stealth. It's all about hiding. You can find hiding spots like underneath this table in a dark room in like a medical supply area. And if you hide there too many times, she will know. She will find you. I call her she because it's like an old hag. A lot of people think it's Lisa from Resident Evil 1, but I think that's totally false. I do think that it is going to be Alyssa Ashcroft. I think it's going to be her mother. I think one of the I don't know what they said she knew, but somebody said that she knew who that was. I don't think, unless the devs actually said that, but I'm just gonna refrain from like making speculation on that part. But I do know that when she Ashcroft Grace, she stumbles out of that room. You can turn on the lights. She's like freaking out. She don't know what the hell's going on, and she's not a big fan of the dark. How spooky it is. Like there's storms outside, lightning strikes, and like it's just crazy. It's very very scary, intense moments. But she gets in this room and she opens up the door. They recommend playing in first person because the atmosphere in first person is great. You don't see her stumble around or while you're running in third person. But for those that like third person, you can switch anytime by going to the menu and switching it, and it automatically goes from you see just her first person and the camera pans out. You see her in third person over the shoulder, I think it was. Or in first person, they recommend for that section. I guess apparently they're gonna have maybe recommended sections for like where you play. We recommend playing third person here. We recommend playing first person here. So apparently there's gonna be a setting for where the game will automatically switch to certain recommendations. So between each section of the game, between first and third person, which is kind of neat. So you get to choose whatever you want, or you can let the game choose for you and recommend the settings. And you saw the maps. I'm not going to show anything from the demo because, yeah, it's out there, but I don't want to get trouble for showing off, get copyright. It sucks. YouTube is it's all over on that stuff. And I wish like they would have like a B-roll footage for those that can't attend the event or play the game to actually like talk about it. I know some people have posted the demo, but I'm not sure if they got copyright or not. But I'm just not taking any chances. But I did see the map. The map looks similar to any Resident Evil game. They don't have any like, here's an area is all red. You haven't searched everything in here yet, or blue for it means you completed that area. There's no items there. They don't have anything like that. They do have ink ribbons, which are empty. So I guess either it's just for demo purposes, they're empty, or you actually gotta like go find all the parts to make a ribbon, which is gonna be kind of wild if you go that route, forcing people to like really take into survival horror where you actually gotta like find all the pieces of the ribbon, put the ribbon together so you can use it. But I think for me, I think that the ribbons are gonna be a staple part of this game where you need one to save the game. We haven't seen any saves yet. We don't see any typewriters yet, so we don't know what that look like, or the inventory as far as like your boxes and stuff, like your item box. So we haven't seen that yet if that's going to be in the game. We haven't seen any of the stuff, right? We haven't seen anything like that. The only thing we saw was like the item wheel where you get to choose what item to use, equipment wheel, whatever you want to call it, weapon wheel. They only had like a few things on there, like the bottle. You do get a lighter they get to use for lighting, which is pretty sick. Overall, I think I do like the demo. I hope that someday we get to play it. I love to like test it out on this channel and maybe go live and live stream it and see how far I get. It's gonna be pretty scary. I don't typically do a lot of horror games on my channel, but I do want to get through play that demo if I can. I do agree with Let's Talk Resident Evil and a few other people that brought this up where it'd be nice if, like, I know they want to hype it up to like people at Gamescom and stuff in Germany and stuff, and people that go there to play it. But like, it'd be kind of nice to like, hey, you got a running demo. Why don't you have players play the game on PC, consoles, whatever, and then build up the hype, build up the feedback. Say, okay, what do like, let's say millions of people or hundreds of thousands of people play this game on the demo on their console or PC, and give feedback that way, instead of having just like a Gamescom thing. Because granted, I love it, right? I love how like you know, all the Resident Evil content creators, outlets are talking about this game. They're praising this game. There's a lot of people are just wild with outlandish takes about how this game isn't Resident Evil. What's this hiding bullcrap? Why are we playing as a boring character? Why is she scared in a horror game? It's like, it's some ridiculous stuff. I watched a video on that, and it's just like, really? That's what people are talking about? Calling this thing woke? It's like, have you not played a Resident Evil game with Jill as a leader, as a main protagonist, or Claire? I mean, they've been a few games. Ada Wong, every time Leon's in a game, like, Ada is playable in some sections, or, she's in the game. I mean, what are we doing here, guys? That's my little rant for that. But yeah, what I saw Resident Evil Requiem, I'm sure you guys probably already know this by now. You guys probably seen the demo yourselves. And I just want to give my honest thoughts about what I thought of it, how hype I am for the game. I am extremely hyped. This whole section here, too, with the Gamescom, I know a lot of people saying I want to see more, but it's definitely teasing us about stuff. Like, who killed Alyssa, right, in front of Grace? If she even killed, was she just wounded and taken? How did Grace survive that? What happened between the guy with the hooded mask, the hooded figure, like the hood? Who was he? Like, how did they escape that guy? Like, what happened between then and when they skipped it? I do like the way. I hope this is like the opening, the flashback, and then we go jump through to like maybe a flashback forward to her in the office, and he tells about her, about her mother. Like, I need you to go on this case, and maybe we jump ahead where she's on the gurney, right? She's on that hospital bed upside down, where their blood being taken from the IV and stuff. I don't know how they're gonna set it all up, but I think that's how they could do it. It's kind of interesting, like they cut out the ending of the demo, like they're not supposed to show it, but somebody actually showed it, and I'll talk about it, but I'm not gonna show it on the screen. Just, I don't want to get in trouble. But apparently, once you find the item, right? You find the screwdriver, you go back and unscrew the fuse in that one room that's bright. You take the fuse out, the lights are off now, right? In that room. And then you get a cutscene of the head coming down, like really creepy looking, coming down, and Grace is like she had a look on her face like, oh crap, I gotta get the hell out of here. So you turn around and you gotta book it. You gotta book it down, I think, I forgot how far you gotta run, but I saw her run down the hallway. I think she had to turn left or right. I forgot which. I have to watch it again. But apparently she had to like run down the hallway, run down another hallway or two, and then she's right there. You gotta, like, the thing's chasing it, all pissed off, and you gotta put the fuse in. The gate slowly opens. I don't know if it's like a cutscene there. Maybe you gotta wait for it to open. Then you gotta like try to be at Leon and go through, like tap the button to go through. And what happens is the gate opens up. She crawls right through like Leon does the Resident Evil 2 remake or Claire, and the zombie grabs them. But instead, the hag, the stalker, grabs her and drags her in. But she fights it off. She kicks it in the head, and she's able to like crawl out of there. But her being so weak from lack of blood because of what happened to her, that she doesn't crawl away fast enough. And you can see the head grabbing her, and her face is like melting because of the light. And she's starting to like, I don't know, transform, and just like everything just starts looking even more insanely grotesque. And she grabs Grace and pulls her in, and then she's like in darkness. You just see her, and I don't know what happens after that. It cuts, and that's the end of the demo. Apparently they don't want content creators like posting that, talking about it, but that's what happened, and we don't know what happens after that, how she escapes, if she just gets dragged back. Maybe the hag takes her back to the gurney and start over again. I don't know what's gonna happen after that. That's what's cool about it. Like, it leaves you wanting more about this game. And I know a lot of people are saying, hey, is this all we're gonna do? Just hide around with a stalker and just play peekaboo and find stuff and be like another Alien Isolation thing? This doesn't feel like Resident Evil. I think you guys need to chill, because they did say this ain't just a survival horror. This is a high-stake cinematic action game as well. And they showed off Raccoon City. So it's not gonna just be in this hotel and just like this mental facility, wherever they're at, hospitals, some sort, which is very close by to the Raccoon City. I guess it's like in the city or just on the outskirts or something like that. So it's real close by. So I think that your job for Grace is to escape. If there's no other second playable character, it's just Grace's story and finding out the dark secrets of Umbrella and like what happened to Raccoon City, like the deeper and just like we're gonna end that storyline. Then we're definitely getting out of that hospital. We're definitely gonna go visit. We're probably gonna go explore Raccoon City a little bit. I don't know how they're gonna handle it. There's been leaks, like I've been talking about, with like vehicles and the Last of Us type of gameplay. We saw Grace with a gun in like an interview with the devs. They show off some slight gameplay of her holding the gun, like going to this big bright light room. Which it kind of reminds me of the ending of the demo. Like there's a room, it's really light, but I think she's like on the top part, and it's like really bright. It's like a big chandelier or something in the center. And I wonder if that's a big, massive room where the stalker is stuck behind there, but she can't go in the main room. I don't know. But she does have a gun. She has apparently it's the same gun that Alyssa has in this cutscene, in this segment here. So it's very exciting. I think it's going to be wonderful. I am super excited to see how this game goes. I love Resident Evil 3 Remake, 4 Remake. I played a little bit of 7. It wasn't my really cup of tea. I played 8. Love 8. I should probably go back and try playing 7. I need to beat 2. Yeah, which is still on my radar. I do want to beat 2 at least before this game comes out. At least say, hey, at least I beat a handful of Resident Evil games. I'd rather play the modern Resident Evil games. I do have most of them bought. So, yeah, I'm excited about what's going to happen in this game. How much character growth we're going to have with Grace. Like, she's going to have to overcome her fears and discover the truth and like discover the past and relive her past of what happened to Alyssa and her witnessing this thing. And I think, like I said, the stalker, she's gonna end up finding out it's actually her mother been experimenting on for the last 8 years, and she's gonna have to make a decision. It's like, it's my mother, but I gotta put it down. Like, wow, it's crazy to think about how this story can be like that. Like, it's just, Grace is going to be probably a character a lot of people are going to love. I think they're going to love her way more than Ethan Winters. Ethan Winters, I loved. And RE8, I saw some clips of him in RE7. And a lot of people don't like his character. A lot of people, I guess they kind of care about Rose. And they thought Grace is going to be Rose in disguise. But no, it's Grace Ashcroft. It's Alyssa Ashcroft's daughter. I'm hoping to see some ties to Outbreak. I can't play Outbreak because I don't have the game. It's on PlayStation 2. So it's kind of a bummer. I might see if I can watch a recap or a playthrough of that game, on YouTube if somebody's got it up. See how that goes. I want to see what that story was about. How Alyssa back during the Raccoon City days, and see how things unfolded there, because there's a lot I don't know about Alyssa. And her character seems great. I'm more intrigued by who's coming, who's after them, what does she know that she ain't telling Grace because it's gonna be too late. Who's this hooded guy here that takes out this guy? Who's the guy behind the chair? How is he related to all this? Who is he? It could be anybody. It could be Wesker's son. It could be another member of Umbrella. It could be Spencer's cousin or grandson, child thing. We don't know. We have theories and stuff like that. I'm just saying some things. Some people think it's from an older Resident Evil game that many probably don't know. It could be a character from that returning and having becoming a bad guy. I'm not sure. It could be a completely brand new character that we don't know, and it's gonna link everything together. And this is supposed to be a a closing chapter to the Umbrella. It's gonna be like for Raccoon City part stuff. I'm not sure about the Blue Umbrella and BSSA. Last we knew, Chris Redfield is gonna say, gather out the remainder of the squad. We're going to Egypt. We gotta get some answers. So he's not happy with the BSSA, with the bioweapons they made for to infiltrate the village of, Resident Evil 8. We still got that. I doubt that Resident Evil 9 is gonna be like, oh, this is gonna cover everything. We're not gonna get like a Chris Redfield finale, anything like that. That'd be kind of weird because there's a lot they have to cover in this game. I know it's their most ambitious title, but man, it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah, as far as I got for this, I think the demo is great. Are there some nitpicks? Yeah, I think it depends how annoying the stalker is going to be. I know Mr. X is kind of annoying too, but a lot of people say he's easy to get around. I'm still trying to figure that out. About ready to gather the gears, the last electrical part, and go down the basement of the Raccoon City Department, RPD, and move on with the story. Go down the sewers. You guys know what the story is for RE2 remake. I don't have to explain it, but I'm at that part, and I'm just trying to figure out like what's the best way to get around Mr. X other than just like resetting him to a different location, because it's pretty tough. It's pretty tough. I'll get through it. I know a lot of you guys have. I know a lot of you guys say conserve your ammo. Just shoot the zombie in the head or in the leg. Just walk right past them. I might just do that. I'm definitely looking forward to finishing that up. I do want to play this game. I might even stream Resident Evil Requiem this winter when it comes out, February 27th, 2026. I can't wait. I definitely plan on getting this on PC. I hope it does run well, because RE Engine has issues with a big ambitious title. If it's an open world game in some parts, it might struggle. I do have to remember that I can't just crank the settings on these games, because if I do that, my stream might crash as I'm overloading my PC from playing. So there's a lot of stuff I got to keep in mind, but I do plan on want to stream this. I'm excited for this game. Am I going to be scared crapless? Absolutely. I'm going to be honest with you guys. This game is very scary. I don't do well with horror games. I do jump a little bit. I do freeze a little bit. Like when I was playing Resident Evil Village with the second Lord House, Benedito. I forgot how to pronounce that name, but you guys know the one. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys that haven't played it, but yeah, that froze me to the point it's like, what the hell? What do I do? I didn't want to speak. I'm just tense. So tense. I finally got through that. It's so it's this game's going to be the same thing, especially the early portion where you're dealing with a stalker. If the game definitely gets better off, it's like a survival horror, but the high stakes cinematic action kicks in, I'm going to love it. RE4 Remake is my favorite Resident Evil game of all time. That blew my mind. At first I was like, am I going to like this? But I loved it. Village is one of my favorites too. So I can't wait for this game. I would love to hear what you guys have to say about this game. What blew you away in the demo? Is there anything I missed I should talk about for Resident Evil Requiem? RE9, how hype are you guys for this game? What do you guys think of the trailer for the opening night live? What do you guys think of the demo, of course, like I just said? And I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Where are you guys going to pre-order this game? Are you guys going to get it day one? You can wait for a sale? Love to see what you guys have to say. I'm super excited about this game. The demo sold me. And I was already hyped for this game. I've been looking forward to this game ever since June, right? Ever since all the leaks came out. I'm glad we got confirmation of who the main character is. They haven't showed Dilly Squad for this game, to be honest. They show maybe the first hour, maybe. That's my guess. If it's a 20-hour experience or even bigger, let's say it's a 25, 30-hour experience, we haven't seen Jack Dilly Squad. And I love to see what else they're going to show us, because they're going to be at PAX. I forgot it was PAX East or PAX West. I think it's PAX East. Don't quote me on that. I know it's PAX. Within a few days from now, and they're going to be at Tokyo Game Show, they're gonna have like a big blowout. Like they're gonna show off like Animusha, Pragmata, Resident Evil, Street Fighter, Monster Hunter. All the Monster Hunter games are new coming out, like Wilds updates. Uh, like every single game they got going on, it's gonna be there. Capcom is like coming out with all the heavy bangers. It's like, oh my goodness. Um, and then they're also gonna be in October. They got gonna be at the New York Comic Con, and they got a 90-minute showcase of Resident Evil, Street Fighter 6, Animusha, Pragmata, and whatever else in the show. Maybe another update for a while. It's like this is like Capcom is cooking so hard. It's like I can't keep up. I still haven't checked out the Animusha or Pragmata stuff yet. I might do that later on this week, but I do have a video in mind for Dying Light the Beast. I do want to talk about the gameplay I saw, what I thought, what I love, what I hope it gets a little better. I'm hyped for that game too. I'm definitely planning on streaming that too next month. So look forward to that. I can't wait, man, guys. Resident Evil Requiem looks phenomenal. What I said, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, wonderful night. Keep on keeping on. Links in the description below. My Twitch, Twitter, and Discord. You guys know what to do. Thank you guys for all the comments and concerns. Share with a friend if you guys want to see more Resident Evil stuff. I definitely be keeping tabs on this game throughout any updates we get and give out my theories about what's going to happen. And hopefully react to some more trailers and stuff. I can't wait, guys. I'm excited. So with that said, let me know what you guys think of the gameplay, opening night live trailer. What you guys think of the demo? Are you guys completely sold? Are you guys completely like iffy on it? I'd love to see what you guys have to say. Let me know what I got, what I missed, and all that jazz. And hope you guys keep on keeping on. Have a great day. Be safe for each other. Be nice to each other. Enjoy some gamings. Let's stay hype for Resident Evil Requiem. We got lots more to cover. And with that said, I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Take care.